Yeah, and I want you to, are you wearing socks or are you barefoot? Okay, perfect. So I want you to lift all your toes up, put them down slowly, spreading them wide. And I have to watch because if I don't watch, my right pinky toe won't come down. Yep, good. And then lift again and spread them wide. Good. And then I want you to start building sort of an awareness of what your floor feels like. So I'm half on, half off. I'm half on my Naboso prickly mat and half on my cork floor, which is textured also. It's got little ridges in it. And I want you to see whatever you are on, if you can have a sense of what that feels like, but to cross your toes. And then I'm going to back up and put myself all the way on my prickly mat. And then see if the toes feel it, if the forefoot can feel it from one side of the ball of the foot to the other. Oh. And you don't have to push hard. It's just sort of an awareness, a little, think 20% effort, just a little, okay, where is it? Yeah, good. And then one more, just holding that feeling there, holding that feeling there. So Robin, does it hurt to shift your weight forward? Okay. Okay, all right. So I want you to have that sense of toes, and you're just gonna let your weights fall forward a little bit, everybody, good. And then push into those toes and come back, good. And then a little fall forward, good. And when you come forward, can you find the deepening sense of sensation on your feet? Can you notice, oh, I could use more pinky edge, for example, to help catch me, or my middle toes staying longish. Yeah, not on my right side, they're not. Come on, you. Good, good. That's it. Hi, Brandy. Good. There we go. Just little, just awareness. Good. And one more. Good. Good. And we're going to bring our weight back onto our heels. Then we're going to let ourselves rock to the outside of our feet. Good. Now notice, what do you feel on the outside of your feet? Anything? I'm on my prickly mat, so I feel a lot. If I come over here, I've got to really think about how different that feels, what the ground force is like. And then back to the inside, and then the outside. And again, feel what your skin feels, right? Feel what your skin feels. And then press. And then start to notice as we roll through the foot, can you keep reaching through the pinky toe and the big toe? So instead of popping my big toe up like that, my pinky toe up off the ground, I'm going to try to keep it aiming toward the ground. Just 20% effort, not a big clench. Same thing when I come to the outside, I'm going to try to keep that big toe reaching down, and that should wake up again those arches of those feet. Yeah? And hopefully that will lift that spot that's inflamed so it's not pushing down to the ground. Good. Good. Yeah. And one more. Let's see, is that Franny? No, that's not Franny. It's my nephew. She looked like she was having trouble signing in and out. So, all right, feet nice and spread, good. Now we're just going to pay attention to the arms. We're going to open out, not all the way up, just open out, and I want you to feel your toes spread as you open out. Good. And then release. Good. Open out. Good, and release. Good. And two more. Open out. That's it. Good. And lift open that chest. Good. Good. And one more. Lift the chest. Press into your toes. Big toe, pinky toe, outside of your foot. Ball of big foot. That's it. Good. Good. All right. Take those arms up. We're going to spine twist gently, but I want you to pay attention to your feet staying connected to the ground as evenly as possible. Inhale back to center. Exhale. Feel those feet. Notice what changes. Good. Yes. Feel your feet. Stay connected. Good. And center. Good. So for me, I can feel myself pulling off the outside of my right foot as I rotate to the right. You might remember that a moment ago I said I have a hard time getting that right pinky down. So I want you to pay attention to those little things, because what that tells me is I'm not keeping my load even, right? Yeah, good. Notice where your load might shift onto your heels as you rotate, or shift onto your toes as you rotate, right? We want to try to keep those two tripods pretty even as we move through that. That tells you a lot about what's going on up your chain at your spine. Good. Good. And then we'll take those arms back in and then just gently float them down. We'll let the head fall to the side just in case your neck was tired from holding your arms up. Good. Easy forward. And other side. Good. And easy forward. Good. Press into those feet to lift your abs up. Good. We'll float those arms forward. We're going to sit standing Pilates footwork, also known as a squat. Good. Take your tail up and back. Good. Open the chest as you bring those arms back. Good. That's it. Good. So just a reminder, you're welcome to grab any toy that is useful. So, for example, Robin, you could grab your loop band and put it around your legs to help work exactly what your physical therapist would love you to work. Yes. Good. Yeah, and then Chinda, if you wanted, oops, I have the wrong one up. You could have your bar, or you could have your straps and put your hands in backhand and pull through them, and just let your abs help pull up and in through that motion. Up to you, right? Whatever toy is handy. Yeah, good. Where are we? Here, opening up. Good, good. One more. We're going to stay here. Stay here. Good. Now take those arms here. We're going to spine twist again. So before you do, find your feet. Make sure you can feel the ground with all those parts. And then rotate, keeping your spine long, back to center. Good. This time we're going to inhale as we rotate. Exhale. Back to center. Find your feet. Really stay connected to the whole outside rail, inside rail. Better, Chinda. So notice when you go to your right, there's the same thing that happens when I go to my left. Yeah, you gotta hold on to, yes, your feet to catch you. Good, that's better. That's better, good. And one more each way. That's it. Good, good. And then float it all the way back up. And again, if your arms are tired from being held, we'll take a quick little And if your arms are not tired, you can still do it. My arms are really tired from bar this morning. So I'm like, cool. Okay. So now we're going to take that one step further. We're going to come out to second position. Side squat lunge, also known as skater in Pilates, right? Tails up and back, good. And then we're just gonna step it back in. And we'll do the same side again. Side squat lunge, good. Okay, so in a side squat lunge, it's a side squat, right? The lunge is the leg that's out to the side. So make sure that you are shifting that booty back. Yes, good. And your knee position doesn't matter as much as your weight position. So if your body geometry has it so that your heel is back, but you can lower and keep your weight back on your heel, your knee can come forward. It's when your weight shifts onto that toe, that's what puts that pressure in the knee. So make sure your weight's staying back. Yeah, good. That's it. One more. Stay here. So now we're going to again hold it. Take those arms out, find your feet. We're gonna add our rotation. In Pilates, this is pick a daisy when you're on the reformer. Just rotate, back to center. And again, same direction. Rotate, back to center. Can you stay connected to your feet? That's it. Good. Pull that top shoulder blade back, the one that's up toward the sky. Pull it, pull it, pull it to make room for that arm to reach. Good. One more. Reach, 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 reach. Good. All right. Bend both knees. Come back to center. Drop your hands. Straighten your legs. And then length, yeah. Give yourself that nice straight back for a moment, and then soften the legs and come on up. Okay, poop. Other direction. So side squat lunge. Getting that to line up, right? Poop. That's it, just like that. You got it. Can you land in your squat, right? So you're still getting that booty back. Good. And then as you land, can you have awareness of your feet? So feel the texture of the earth under your foot, right? Find that sensory connection. Good. That's it, good. Yeah, nice, Jinda. Good. Good. One more, we'll hold this one. Hold this one. So booty back. Thigh bone open. Take those arms out. Good. Now rotate toward that thigh. And again, keep both feet on, connecting them to the ground. Good. Yes. Big rotation. Good. Again, still in your sit, right? Still in that sit. There you go. Good. Still in that sit. Open up, open up, open up. Good, yes. Get that shoulder to move around your back. Good, and one more. Moving that shoulder blade around, keeping your feet connected to the ground. Oh, good, and then bring it back to center. Straighten the legs. Happy dog tail, so you're in a neutral hinge for a moment. Good, and then soften the legs and round up. It should feel good, stretching the back of those legs. Nice and big. Woo, good. All right. Then we're gonna roll our way down to the mat. So let's do bow, maybe 2-3 times, and then we'll roll down and up. Give ourselves that nice full roll up, roll down. After you get a total of 6-ish of combo bow and roll down, then you can walk out to your plank, okay? Ooh, where am I going? I'm already walking. I'm so excited. I know, I just had to go. Really work to keep your eye connected to that space between your pubic bone and belly button. It's like you're curling up like a snail shell. Good. Yeah. My hands are tired. So I think this next one is my last one. I want to go down and I'm going to walk out to my plank. But if you're not on your last one yet, you feel free. You take your time. If you're doing your own thing, you do that too. Once you make it to your plank, give yourself that protract, retract moment. Find the motion in your shoulder blades, whether you're on your knees or forearms. That's it. Yeah, good. And then hold steady for a breath. Good. And then drop those knees and sit back in child's pose. Robin, would you be open to lowering your camera a little bit? I don't have to see all of you, but every now and then at least a limb in the air would be nice. Just so I can tell what you're doing down there. Even if it's just the top of your head, that gives me an idea of where you are in space. I know. It's like, oh. All right. Yeah. So in, oh, look at you, brave. You're giving me the whole view. Proud of you. So we're on quadruped. And again, we're going to find all of our hand. So thumb, middle fingers, pinky fingers, pressing down. Now, if you have a hand issue, not a wrist issue, a hand issue, and it's better for you to elevate your wrist, elevate the palm of your hand, feel free to put something under there. You can also be on your forearms. When you're on your forearms, though, I still want you to put your hands down and see if you can feel all the points of your hand, right? All 10 points. Yeah? All right. Because all we're going to do is find that, and we're going to protract and retract the shoulders again. Shoulder blades and push. Shoulder blades and push. And I just want you to notice when you give up your fingers, right? As you do your shoulder blades, do you roll to the outside of your hand? Can you keep that thumb strong and the pad of your thumb open? Good. One more. Good. Now you're just going to do a little tiny elbow bend, pulling the elbows towards your waist, lifting your tail at the same time. Good. And then back up. Now, if you're down on your forearms, it's going to be a little shoulder blade and push. So a little smaller. You're still going to drop your chest down. You could also reach your arms forward if that's comfortable. Some people find that's less pressure on the hand if the hand has an injury. Elbows bend. Good. That's right. Tail up, tail up, tail up. There you go. Good. Tail up, tail up, tail up. That's it. See if you can lift it. Good. And one more. Collarbone staying open. Good. Good. Then give yourself a nice cat. Good. And hopefully we'll come back to that idea. We'll walk those knees forward and have a seat. Good. And then hands on the front of their shins. Round back. Let the shoulder blades stretch. And then pull them together. Good. Exhale, round back. Good. Inhale, come upright. That's it. Nice. Good. Okay, so now we're sitting. Feet are on the floor, hopefully. Can you feel your toes again? What part of your feet? They don't have to grip. It's not a hard grip. It's just knowing where the ground is, right? That's it. Good. Last two. Good. And last one. Good. Very nice. We're going to extend those legs forward. Dorsiflex your heels. Good. Now round back into C curve, just into C curve, pressing your feet down. Now the only part of your foot that's touching is the heel. Well, you make sure it's your heel and not your Achilles. Yes. Not the back of the ankle. Good. Good. That's it. Scooping in. Good. And one more. Stay back here. You're in C curve. Take your right arm up. Lower it back down. Take your left arm up. Lower it back down. Keep pressing those feet down. That's it. Good. And one more each side. Push your heels down. Good. And push those heels down. Good. And then come up. Open out wide. Open out wide. Lifting that chest. Good. Come back now. Neutral hinge. Good. Push your sits bones down to come upright. You'll feel your knees want to bend. That's okay. Neutral hinge. Good. Push your sits bones down. Good. So what I'm trying to do is to get you to use your backside chain a little bit as if your body wanted to kick behind you. That will make your body want to come forward as much as your hip flexors want to flex you up. Yeah? Makes sense? So we're trying to use a different system. Good. All right. So then we're going to hold that neutral hinge. Yeah. I think for you, it's better when it's out. Yeah. Because I think when it's in, then that will get stuck here. I would rather have it be out and come a wrap around this way. Yeah, that's a good question. Yes, right? So that's exactly right. Especially if you're rotating your thumbs outward into it. So Robin, I don't know if you could hear her question. She has a magic circle and she's using her toy. She wants to know, should she hold outside or inside? And if you put your hands outside and take your thumbs out into it, and you could do that with your loop band if you wanted, Robin, put your hands in your loop band. What that does is connect you down to this wrap toward the back of you. Yeah, that's a great idea. Because we're going to be adding on anyway. So we're going to hold this here. Good. Good. Now, Chinda, you have your circle, so you're going to just raise one arm up, or you raise both arms up together, but they're going to rotate. Me and Robin and Franny, when you're watching on replay, we're just taking one arm up, just like we did before. This arm, yep, just like that. But we're in that neutral hinge, and we're seeing if when we get that neutral hinge, are we still in a straight line, right? Is it all still straight? Driving the heels down. Good. Good. We have just one more on each side. Feel that long straight line. Good. From your hip to the top of your hand and your head. Good. And then go ahead and come all the way up. Open out. Good. This time you're going to take those arms forward. Scoop your belly back. So tilt your pelvis back, right? Create C curve, but reach forward. Good. And then up tall. Pull the shoulder blades back. Scoop that pubic bone back. Create C curve, but reach forward. Yes. Good. And then open back. Feel the shoulder blades again. Two more. Scoop. Reach. So your hands are going one way, your abs are going the other way. They've tilted your pelvis, and then your pelvis comes back up. Last one. Scoop. Reach, and then come back up. Good. And then we're going to round bound all the way to the mat. One vertebrae at a time. Toot, 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 toot. Ah, it feels so good to be down. Arms get to reach overhead for a moment. Good. And then we'll bend those knees. Good. Arms up toward the ceiling. Oops. Gotta move the knot in my shirt. Good. So inhale, exhale, up into bow. As you're coming into bow, notice if you still connected to those feet. Can they still sense the texture of your floor? Good. Inhale, exhale, back down. And again. Good. That's it. Good. And then back down. Good. And one more time. Holding this one. Okay, so load play here. We're up in our bow. We're going to take that one arm towards your ear. Bring it back forward. Other arm towards your ear. Bring it back forward. Feel free to support your head if you're having, still trying to find your head float. Good. We have one more on each side. Good. Ah, that's it. Ah, good. And then come all the way back down to the mat. La la. Good. Inhale, exhale, come into bow and bring your right leg into tabletop with you. This time, press your right leg out at the same time that the right arm comes overhead. Good. Bring it back in. All the way in. Good. And again, out. Inhale, exhale, in. Good. And reach it out. Good. And bring it in. Just one more. Good. And then everything goes back to home base. Inhale, exhale, left leg comes up. Good. And left leg goes out. Left arm comes to your ear. Good. And bring it in. This is a double breath. That exhale out. Good. Good. And one more. Good. And everything comes down. Good. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, up into your bow. Bring your right leg with you. Good. Take your right leg away from you. Good. Now you've got right leg out, right arm up. Scoop your belly in. Can you lift your left leg into tabletop? Good. Put it back down. Just tap it. Good. Exhale, scoop it. So you've got hollow body on one side, and you're bringing that other leg up. We have just one more of those. Scoop the belly in. Good. And one more. Scoop the belly in. Good. Bring the knee back into the chest this time. Bring that right leg all the way in. Good. And put it down. All right. Other side. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, left leg lifts. Good. Left arm and left leg reach apart. Good. Set your abdominals. Good. Bring the right leg up and tap it down. Good. And up. I want you to feel like your abs are pulling, pulling, pulling. Good. That's it. And last two. Good, and then everybody rest, everybody rest. I know, that was my first side. So hard. It's very hard. And that's your left. It's your left that you're trying to lift, right? So Robin, did you have the same thing? One side was harder to lift than the other? Ah, you even. Nice. Rare. That's good. All right. So, let's take the legs and we're going to go into a little leg circle. So feel free to put something on that leg if you want. But Chinna, be aware of that kind of feeling that you just had, what was lacking. Feel if you can pull that across. Really use that diagonal to really pull across and anchor in. Robin, what if, I'm going to show you, excuse this view, but as you're moving, your whole ankle is twisting and the sole of your foot is looking across your body. Do you see that? Can you let the foot stay in line with the, in line with the leg? That's it. You'll feel it a little bit different up between the quad and the adductor, or maybe you'll just notice your calf more. See how it wanted to cross across? No. So what if can you exaggerate an external rotation at the ankle instead of an internal? Yeah, and they'll yes, that's it. So as it goes across, I want it to look to the outside. Whoo! Good. And we're all gonna do 5 or 6, working on our particular parts. That's it. Good. Yeah, and then you can switch sides when you're ready to. Aha. Good. So Robin, is that you exaggerating external rotation? Okay. Just checking. So if you are through with your leg circles, let's press the hands into the mat, and knees are just bent, and I want you to press and feel yourself strong through those lats, really pushing them down into the mat. Yeah. And then Chinna, you have the straps. You could use your straps to push on, or you could even push on your magic circle just to wake up the lats a little more. And then start adding in the idea of your hands, right? If the hands were just a big circle, kind of like an elephant. Elephants have round feet, but they're really just walking on the toes that are around that circle. And think of how much weight they can manage on their tippy toes, right? That's your hands. Think of that pressing all around the circle of your hand. Good. So be mindful of thumbs. This is what we were talking about, arthritic thumbs. If your thumb pops up, or as you are using the tip of that thumb. And again, you might have a situation where you physically cannot, and that's okay, we understand. Good, one more. Good. Now I want you to press down into those arms and let your hips lift. Consciously coming into a bridge with strong, strong arms helping. Good. Inhale, exhale. Resist with your arms as you roll down. Pulling those ribs in, keeping the hands pressing, and then release. Inhale, exhale. Push strong with those arms. All the way to your fingertips. Keep the press as you lift your hips. Big inhale, exhale. Keep the press on the way down. If it's coming up into your neck, up in a nasty way, shake it off and check the top of your shoulder, right where the arm bone is. That might be popping up off the ground. So find your mid back a little more. You can also think about pulling your elbows under you as you press. Good. Good. So it's a little different focus. You're feeling how your arms help push you up as much as your hips here. You feel that? Good. All right. Now your arms should feel like they need a little break. So we're going to let them fall over your head and then open them out into scarecrow for a moment. From scarecrow, they're going to extend out. So you're laying in a big T shape with those arms. Good. And that should feel good. Good. Then hug across your body. Just bring them across. Hug. Good. Open out and hug and open out. All right. Okay. So that all ties into roll over. Da, da, da. So those are strong arms, right? You felt them. We're going to take those legs up to the sky. Push those arms down and let yourself lift up. And use those arms to help gauge how slowly you can come down. Good. Yeah. Good. So the first one, don't worry about the legs so much. I want you to see if you are still staying connected to those fingertips. So feel them on your mat. Feel what your mat feels like, right? Feel that push. Remember, of course, you're welcome to be at a wall, on a piece of furniture. Lost your uff. Unless you use, I do want you to use your hands. I do. That's the yeah. So you can use momentum on the way up, Robin, and then just see how slowly you can come down without help, right? And it might come, there might be a place where whoop, you drop, and that's okay. Good, yes. Yeah, nice control. That's it. Do another one like that one. Don't worry. You can use momentum on the way up and then catch yourself, get your balance, and then control using those arms on the way down. Yes. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, and that's how you'll get that strength back, is using the, eccentric phase to build it. All right. So we're on our backs. We are going to teaser up, and then Chinda for you, teaser's optional. So if you feel very hip flexory, you can just come up to sitting. Not an option for you, Robin. So scooping the belly in, rounding yourselves up. Again, you can use those legs. Make sure you pop up with your hip forward. So we're not hanging in the small of our back, right? I'm going to show you what that looks like if I were in that position, right? That's this weird little strain spot. It's not quite Z-curve, and it's just reaching. So when you come up, we should be hopefully in a neutral spine. Yeah, That's it. Very good. Okay. Then from here, we're going to reach a hand back and reach a hand back. Good. Now, collarbones open. Good. We're going to lower the legs down to the right. Scoop the belly in. Keep the spine long. Our goal here is not so much to worry about those legs, but to worry about the spine and how we're lifting the legs, right? So collarbones and spine long. Yep. Keeping the collarbones open. Good. Last one on each side. Good. Oh, did you do them all on one side? Okay, good. So, Franny, when you're on the replay, I can't see you, but we did alternate. So if you didn't alternate, go to the other side. All right. All right, so then we're up. We're going to take those hands next to us and flip ourselves over. Boop. And we're going to have a little leg pull. So leg pull is going to be a lift, outside, in, down. So foot friends, if this is not comfortable, I'm never sure if that's comfortable for your feet, Chinda. Robin, can you be? Is a knee okay for you on that one? That. Yeah, that's fine. Or if you want more challenge, put your shin on your roller. That works too. And you can do that on your knee, or you can extend out to a full plank. So it's lift, out to the outside, back to center, flex and down. We'll alternate lift, point to the outside, back to center, flex and down. So you could, of course, do this one on your forearms. 2. That's it. That's it. Good. Good. Let's do one more on each side. Good. And then when you're done, sit back, have a little stretch. And then we're going to work a little bit on hip mobility. So, Robin with your roller, how's that going to work? From a plank, we're going to step your foot forward to the outside. And then open up to the side. There's a big split. And then put the hand back down and step it down. Yeah. So with your foot that can't go down, Robin, I'm going to show you an alternative. Well, so if it feels weird on the roller, you can keep one foot down. Can you see my foot's back? And you're going to still step to the outside and then just drop your hip. See that? So that's possible too. Good. And then Chinda's doing her thing. That's good. So just watch the hip, Chinda. Yeah. You could even do that against your wall so you can feel when the hip is rolling, Chinda. Oh, because it's pushing back. You're right. You're right. Just be my... Yes. Good. And then if those of you doing... now twist the other way, Robin. Rotate toward the leg. There you go. Isn't that nice? Good. And we are alternating. So, Franny, if you weren't alternating, make sure you switch to the other side here. Couple of points I want you guys to think about is that as you push down, I want you to push down. This hand on the ground is pushing. The heel behind you is reaching, right? This hand is up. So creating this openness all across you. You should hopefully get a little stretch through here. And good. But it should also be that work, right? Also that work of driving down, reaching up, and reaching back through the heel that's behind you. And so, Robin, on your knee, you are still going to try to reach that heel back, even though the foot is down. Yeah, really try to pull that back. Good. And then you should feel like you got about 6 on each side. 5 or 6 by now. Yeah, good. That's it. Reach that back. Good. Nice. Good. And then we get to come and lay all the way down on our side. And we're going to do some side legs. So Chinda, you get extra. So you're welcome to put a pillow here. I can't lay my head down because of my mic, but imagine that I was. Good. And we're just going to point up to the sky, flex, and take it back down. So my first one, that was my giveaway one. Now I'm going to mind my hip. And then it becomes harder. That's it. Good. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Good. So check your feet when they come down. If the top leg is in front of the bottom leg when it lands, you're probably rotated back a little bit. You want to feel the shoulder underneath you, behind you. So not laying on the flat of your shoulder blade, but get it back. Yep. That's it. Good. Pointing up, flexing down. Good. That's it. And one more point up and flex down. Good. Let that leg hover in space. It's going to make a little circle. Circle, circle way up here. Circle way up here. So keep those obliques lifted. Good. My toe is pointing. That's it. Good. And then we're going to switch directions. I'm putting a hand on my hip to make sure it stays pretty still. That's going to keep that work nice and local in the glute. Good. Good. One more. Good. Now kick it back up again. Hot potato. So dorsiflex. Put your heel to the ground. 3, 2, 1. Up to the sky. Boom. And then behind you. 3, 2, 1. Good. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. That leg feels so heavy going up, doesn't it? 3, 2, 1. That's it. Good. Rock your hip for me forward a little bit, Chinda. Yes. Good. And back. Good. And we have one more. One more. We got to get it back behind us. Good. All right. We're just going to hold it level with the hip. And we're going to bottoms up with the bottom leg. So down and up. And up. That's it. I'm going to move that light. You keep going. I feel like you don't have enough. Better. That's it. Good. Can you keep thinking about your length? That's it. Good. And one more. One more. Good. Top leg, bottom leg can both rest. Take that top one, bring it up, and again, we're getting a nice stretch, I hope, for the hip. If you are like me with hips that are very stubborn, you can use this other hand. It would be better if you have support for your head, which I don't have, but if you're gonna let go, make sure there's something under your head, yeah? Good, and we're just gonna lift and lower that bottom leg. Just 3 more times. Good, and then we're gonna take that bottom leg for a stroll. Good. So it's up. It's going to kick to the front. Gently move my water bottle out of the way. That's it. And then pulse to the back. There you go. Kick to the front. Good. And pulse to the back. So as it goes to the back, really straighten the knee. All right. Really make sure it's straight so that you have to use that upper leg. Good. Last 2. And last one. Good. And then that comes down for a little rest. Bend your knees. We're going to push ourselves upright so that we are up on our hands. We're going to go right into a side plank here. You're welcome to do that on your forearm instead. So make sure your hand is somewhat under your shoulder so that when you lift, you can make a nice arc right over the top. Good. And then sit with hovering. Don't try not to sit all the way down. Look at your hand. Push it over the top. Good. Yeah. And then hover, 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 hover. Push down. Look over the top so you're getting a little rotation through your ribs. Good. Watch it as it comes down. Looking at it. Good. And one more up. Looking over. Good. And then watching it as it comes down. Good. All right. Let's flip around. Do the same thing on the other side. Nice. Yeah, good, Chinda. I love that you know exactly what you need to be doing. Okay, so again, your head can be all the way down. Mine has to hover because of my mic. Getting your hip back, getting your shoulder blade back and under you. And then we point up and we flex down. I'm keeping my hip still so that I don't cheat, because I just, glutton for motion. I want to have this, but my hip is tilted back. Watch when I put it forward, how much the leg lowers, right? That's it. I can't know how much I'm improving if I'm constantly cheating. That's it. Good. This side has actually improved a lot over the years. Good. Good. 2 more. I love that self-awareness, and I love the self-checking, you guys. Very nice. Good. All right, then it's going to hover in line with your hip. Here's our little circles. I'm pointing my toe and I'm circling. Make sure that comes from your hip, not your ankle. So point your toe and hold it steady, Robin. In fact, give me a little external rotation on the ankle, not the whole leg, just the ankle. There you go, and point it that way. Good. That's it. You should feel this come back up to here more. Good. Good. And then we'll rotate the other way. That's it. And Shinda, if you can think about it, let it pull you. It's starting to sink into that hip flexor. I want to pull you. Even try pulling it back a little bit behind you just to get it out of there. Good. Yes, better. Good. 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 Then we have to kick that leg up to the sky. Dorsiflex, take the heel down in front. 3, 2, 1. Up to the sky for hot potatoes, front and back. Good. 3, 2, 1. Hiya! Good. 3, 2, 1. Hiya! Good. Good. The hiya helps me. Good. You can get the same effect with a nice strong exhale. Good. Last one. Front and then to the back. Good. Good. And then we're going to lower that leg and let it be level with your hip, and then it's just bottoms up. So bottom thigh lifts to meet it. Good. See if you can find the wrap in your glute. It will take away any nasty ache, or at least diminish the nasty ache. Good. Good. 2 more. And last one. Good. Your top leg can rest behind for a second. Should feel good to let it just hang. And then when it's done hanging, you're going to bring it forward. And again, if you're like me and you need a little assist for the hip, you'll give it a push. Make sure you have support for your head. Good. All right. And then we just lift and lower. Ta-da! That's it. Lift and lower. Good. Good. So check yourself. My bad habit on this side is to float my leg forward in the lift. I want it to come right in line with my body here. Yeah, that's it. Good. It's much harder for me, and it makes this hip get more of a stretch every time it lifts. Cut. 2 more. And 1 more. Hold it up. Good. And then take it for that stroll. Front. And push back. Good. And front. Good. Push it back. Yep, straighten it as it goes. Good. See if that up. This hand? Because my hip will not externally rotate on its own. If I left that foot here, it would start sliding and lay down. Yep. So I have to. I don't have that strength there. Yeah. Oops, where am I going? Has to do with my shallow hip sockets. Good. All right. And then we should feel ready for a rest. Yes? Ready for a little rest? We're going to roll over onto our front side and have a little swan. So top tip, if you decide to get a Naboso prickly mat, don't rest your forehead on it. I don't know if I mentioned this last week. I was so excited about feeling all the prickles all over myself that when we did Swan, I rested my forehead on it. And I had little bumps on my head for 3 days. Nowhere else on my body, like nowhere else did it stay like that, just on my forehead. So, I know, right? Well, I did it first. I was like, what is happening? And then I noticed how symmetrical they were. I'm like, oh. So inhale and exhale, float that sternum up off the ground. Really strong through your glutes. Big inhale there, and then gently lay down. Good. And inhale and exhale, lift. That's it, good. Collarbones open. And gently down. That's it, good, yeah. And then let's add in those hands. We'll press into the ground. You can feel them. The higher you get, the more I want you to draw your glutes and your upper thighs toward each other. They may not actually move, but I want them to stay on. That's it. Yes. There you go. Good. Good. And one more. Good. Up tall, up tall, up tall. Good. And then today we're going to do double leg kick. So I'm going to lower to my right cheekbone, hands behind. I'm going to bring the hands up my back as far as I can. Lift the shoulders off the ground. So see how, I don't know if you can see, but the top of my arm bone is slumping to the ground. I'm going to raise it up and pull my elbows up a little bit more so my mid-back is already active. If you're feeling level 3 today, go ahead and lift those thighs off the ground. We're going to do 4 pumps, pumping the hamstrings in. 3, 2, and then 1. On the last one, extend those arms out, rotate the elbows toward each other. Lift your spine, everybody legs off the mat. Rotate your head to the other cheekbone, lay it down and bend the knees. 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend back. Elbows rotate toward each other. Good. Turn your head, lay it down and contract, extend, contract, extend, contract, extend, and reach. Good. That's it. Elbows rotate. Turn your head. Bring it back in, contract, extend, contract. Good. See if you can get those thighs a little more engaged. Good. Let's do one more with the head facing each way. So turn your head to the right, and here you go. Contract, extend, contract, extend. Good. And all the way up. Good. And rotate the head. And contract, extend, contract, extend, contract, and contract, and reach. Nice and long through your whole body, nice and long. Good, now let go of your hands. Bring your hands to your mat, slide them forward. Lay down your left leg and lift your left arm. Now you're ready to swim. Inhale, exhale, switch. And switch. And switch. Good. Want you to notice how much you rotate from rib to rib. Can you instead lift yourself up and really work from your back to your bottom, right? Shoulder blade across to the opposite glute. That's it. That's it. Nice. I saw that change. I saw that change. Good. Good. You got it. Good. Give me one more on each side. Nice job. Good. And then go ahead and sit back and press into child's pose. Again, push the ground away. Good. Take your hands over to the right side of your mat. Push there. Using your left hand to push a little farther than your right. Good. And then go over to the other side of your mat. Push. Good. All right, and then scoop your belly in, come up onto all fours, tuck your toes or do what you need to come up into open pike. Pushing those heels down. Good. And then we'll walk those hands in, soften the knees, round up through your spine. Unpeel, good. Lift that chest. That's it. Palms up, open to the sky. And breathe there. That's it. Good. All right. Take those arms up. Lift hip in like a pillar. We're going to push out into spine twist. So to your right. Remember your feet just like you did at the very beginning. Good. Bring your hands back in. Lift heaven like a pillar. Rotate, push up. Good. And spine twist the other way. Find your feet. Good. All the way in. We're going to do one more each side. Lift heaven like a pillar. Feet strong. Good. And have up, and rotate. Thank you, everybody. Hopefully that feels good. I didn't get to hear good news from anybody. Is there good news? It's your birthday tomorrow. Yay, that's good news. So will David be back for your birthday? Good. Do you already have a birthday plan? Nice. I love scallops. Good. Oh, nice. Happy birthday, Robin. Yeah. And it's at the moment. There was just the 3 of us today. Then there were more signed up. So I know Franny tried to come in a couple of times. So I have a feeling she's having Wi-Fi challenges. Yeah. And then Catherine signed up today, but she also did the bar class before Matt this morning with me. And I just think maybe that was a lot to ask. So she'll probably do the replay too. Yeah, well, good. I hope you like. I hope it was what you needed today. Good. The neutral.